Hello there and welcome to another Bo Beats video. My name is Bo, and in today's video we are going to talk about my favorite gear of 2008. I can't even say it. So I love new tech, I love new music production equipment, I enjoy reviewing stuff, I enjoy learning new things, but there are a couple of pieces of equipment I always go back to. So I thought I'd talk about my favorites that I've used this year. And the first one is actually sitting over there behind the KeyStep. And that's my Arturia AudioFuse. I reviewed it back when it was released. I enjoyed it. I thought that the latency was a little bit bad, not considering, it's a USB interface, and it works with basically an iPad or iPhone as well. So it is what it is, and compared to my Claret 8 Pre that got Thunderbolt, it's a bit slower in terms of latency. It's really grown on me over these, 2 years since I reviewed it, and now I can't really see the studio without it. Of course, there's plenty of audio interfaces out there. If I had an Apollo, I'd probably say the same about it. Or if I had like a what's the other name? Yeah, I can't even remember all the names of the manufacturers, but I've just been very happy with the AudioFuse. Now, I have one problem with it, and that's the micro or mini USB connection on the back, which you use to connect it to the computer. This one, I don't think it's the best design decision. If possible, I would have loved like a full-sized USB connection, or I don't know if it's called USB-B or something connection on the back. But yeah, it kind of can come off not easily, but it's definitely not sitting as tight as I'd like it to. Other than that, I think it's just a really nice interface. The preamps sounds really good. I've been starting to use it more with my SM58 mic, my Rode NT2A, I think it is, that I have, the NT3. I think it definitely performs at the level you'd expect from this price point when it comes to like noise floor, I think it's called, and just the sheer quality of the preamps. I don't use it that much for line inputs, mainly because I have the Claret 8 Pre that I use for the larger rig, so it gives more I/O, and I really dig the Claret as well, but I don't think we should talk about two audio interfaces in one video. Another thing I really like about AudioFuse is the form factor and the big volume knob on top, the volume knobs for the individual input channels in the front, just having access to the mutes and also the monitor. There's a little knob there that you can turn so you monitor either the inputs or the computer or a balance between. It's just something I use pretty much every day now. I use it for my video editing, I use it for my mixing because I have my speakers, the Adams, hooked up to it, and the sub is hooked up to it as well. Now for a second thing on this list, I'd love to say my Eurorack, but yeah, that's not really one thing, is it? But I've had a ton of fun with the Eurorack so far. So yeah, I guess it's on my favorites list of 2018. I hope you guys don't mind me putting Eurorack on the list. Like Eurorack is more, it's a format. It's just not one thing. I've had a ton of fun with the Eurorack this year. Now, I won't turn this into a Eurorack channel, like a pure one. There's others out there doing much better work than I am on Eurorack, but I will definitely feature some new modules. I'll be looking at companies to hook up with, to check out their stuff, do maybe some launch day reviews like I did with the Mutant Brain from Hex Inverter. They did this MIDI to CV module that I reviewed on the launch day, and I thought that was really cool. And And to somebody who is not familiar with Eurorack or isn't into it, you might wonder why I think it's so fun. And I would just say that it's about the flexibility and the tactileness of connecting stuff yourself, and the flexibility of you having an idea and you can see like, okay, how can I do it on this modular system? And sometimes you can't, but oftentimes there's some intricate ways, some fun ways you can do it. And I said in my first video back when I was just starting with Eurorack that I would, view it a little bit like Lego. I really enjoy Legos. Just the sheer amount of possibility is very fun for me. And I'm not necessarily saying that it adds a ton to my musical process. I'm not certain that Eurorack is for everybody and that it will lead to better outcomes in terms of creativity or music. I'm not even certain that hardware synths is the way to go if you truly just want to output a lot of music. But I've just had a lot of fun with it. I've just enjoyed it a lot. So I guess Eurorack was number 2. Now number 3 on this list is a piece of equipment that you've, I think, seen in many videos. I never did like a full review of it, but I did like a first look, like mini review, and it's the KeyStep from Arturia. So the KeyStep for me is just this go-to MIDI keyboard. Whenever I want something small to bring with me when I'm traveling, to bring with me to the cabin, I just pull this out. Now I have others. I have the Minilab Mark II. I have some small, even smaller Korg one. I have the new A series from Complete, which might actually replace this as sort of a daily driver MIDI keyboard. But there's just something about the form factor. I think it's the ergonomics of it that really makes it work for me. So this is definitely on my list of favorite gear that I've been using in 2018. And yes, we need a KeyStep Pro. So if you guys have any suggestions to Arturia, what you want out of a KeyStep Pro, leave a comment down below in the comment section and I'll be sure to make Arturia look at the comment section. So leave a comment with your favorite suggestions for what you want to see in a KeyStep Pro, and I'll forward it to Arturia. So these were the things that I've used this year and that I'm super happy with. I was thinking if there's anything else that I shouldn't miss to put on this list. So these were my favorite pieces of gear of 2018, and moving into the next year, I'll, probably still be using the Eurorack, the AudioFuse. Yeah, KeyStep might get replaced because I really want to use NKS enabled stuff more. So the more I'm using Complete the 12, the more you'll probably see of the Complete series keyboards. So what is your favorite gear that you've been using in 2018? Leave a comment down below. Oh, and don't forget to give us your opinion on the KeyStep Pro, and I'll forward it to Arturia. So guys, I'm Bo. This is Bo Beats. You know what to do, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and of course, if you really like my videos and you want to see more of them, you should be awesome and become a patron over at patreon.com/BoBeats. Thank you for listening, have a super pleasant day.